Look at this structure. Thousands of army ants are locking their bodies together to form a living bridge across a gap, dynamically shifting to support the weight of the colony moving across it. It looks like a masterpiece of engineering, but there is no engineer. There is no foreman shouting orders, and no individual ant holds a global blueprint for this bridge in its head. Isolate just one of these insects, and you find a strict set of limitations. A single ant does not draft architectural plans. It simply reacts to local, invisible chemical traces left by its neighbors. This presents a mystery. How do we cross the gap from a swarm of simple, disconnected parts to a highly intelligent, unified structure? Collective coordination isn't built by making individual ants smarter. It is the result of a system-wide shift in the mathematics of surprise. John Rector's reality equation defines reality as a ratio, what actually arrives, divided by what the system expects. When actual events match baseline expectations, surprise drops to zero, and that layer no longer interrupts the system. You experience this zero surprise state inside your own biology. Your heart is beating, blood is circulating, but you likely haven't paid attention to those rhythms all day. Your subconscious mind doesn't produce that heartbeat. The cardiac tissue does the physical work. What your subconscious does is successfully predict the rhythm. Because the rhythm is dependable, it ceases to be an informative discrepancy. Biological predictability serves a specific purpose. It eliminates lower-level surprise, releasing the brain's attention for higher-order work, like writing or human relationship. This same rule applies to the colony. Behavioral rules are present in every ant, but when there are too few bodies, those rules remain latent, unable to form a collective pattern. This is the insufficient actual stage. Wandering ants produce systemic chaos and constant surprise. But as more ants arrive, repeated actions stabilize, and the erratic wandering locks into persistent, dependable pheromone trails. At this threshold, surprise hits zero. Local chemical behavior has become entirely predictable. The actual movements now match the colony's baseline mathematical expectation. In a colony, capacity is physical. An ant cannot be part of a bridge while it is still searching for a path. When the trail becomes predictable, the individual ant's effort is no longer recruited by chaos, leaving the body available to become a building block. With the lower-order chaos solved, latent collective capabilities become expressible for the first time. Structures that were previously physically impossible now become available. The living bridge is the physical result of that released capacity. Because the foundational movements are now unsurprising, thousands of ants are freed to function as a unified system to ensure the colony's survival. This unified system can now optimize incredibly complex spatial math, like the Traveling Salesman Problem. It rapidly self-corrects, discarding inefficient routes until only the shortest path remains. There is still no mastermind directing this geometry. This global optimization is simply what happens when lower-level predictability frees up the system's physical resources. Emergence is the natural result of foundational layers successfully getting out of the way. It is capability released, not created. Higher intelligence is born when the struggle for basic order becomes entirely unsurprising.